Afternoon. Should I say salam alaikum? Yeah, good. Brothers here. Salam alaikum. Yeah. We have a difficult task tomorrow. Obviously, a big game for us, a big game for everybody, a big game for WAC. To answer your question, the away goal rule only works in case of a draw. Then it says something. But when there's no draw, it doesn't say anything. It remains the way it is. So we have to score. If you want to change the result, we have to score. But normally we score. Yeah, but it's not going to be easy. But I believe the goal will come. Yeah, the Champions League, it's a priority for Morena Sundowns. That's why we are in it all the time. It's important. And it will always be important for Morena Sundowns. And I guess also for myself personally, and maybe Thapelo will tell you the same thing. It's important, it's a priority. But it's a difficult tournament to win. If it was easy, then everybody would do it, remember? And look at the number of years for the last 5 years, or how many people have won it 2 times, not even. So that shows how difficult it is. So Esperanza won it, WAC won it, we won it, Azembe won it. So it's not an easy one, and especially for us back home, it took many years. I don't know the history. I think the guys got the facts here. They can tell you how many years it took for the South African team to win it. And those years will make you aware that it's not easy. Otherwise, everybody would win it, remember? So, a difficult tournament, we are aware. But we love the challenge, we like the ride. It's a tough ride and we like it. And we enjoy the ride. Advantage, I don't know if there is an advantage for us tomorrow. The only slight advantage you can talk about is that we scored away. We've played each other so many times that we know each other. I mean, Said can just tell you, we were sitting here. I mean, Said gave me his jersey. But it's unbelievable. We just one family, to be honest. With the coach, I don't know many times we meet each other. You know, more than the coach in South Africa. So it's a game. It's a football game with emotions tomorrow, heated emotions, pressure. You know the story. Needs a strong referees. The referees have been good in CAF. I played them in Rabat before the match. I was a little bit worried with our referee from Botswana in Rabat. The guy came out. I don't know whether it's the pressure of Cup of Nations that everybody wants to be there, but the guy came out. The guy came out. What's his name? Our referee of the year before. Kasama came out. It's unbelievable. Even the referee who was doing our with that game, he came out very well, strong. It's unbelievable. You know, issues where we used to say, we should be worried about referees or whatever. You saw it when you played in Alexandra with Al Ahly. They give yellow cards if you misbehave, both sides. So I can say now we're starting to get the proper standard of refereeing in CAF. I don't know, is it towards the last 8 or what? But no, it's brilliant. And we feel good Of course, you know the mentality in the North Africa. We're going to exceed tomorrow. You know, they go to the referee's face. You know, they do this. Here in South Africa, you did this, you get a yellow card, red card. So Serino did this in Marisburg to our CAF referee. He sent him off. How many times you see this? Yesterday, Champions League, you saw Europa Cup. Just emotions, just manage emotions from both sides. It's not personal, it's the heat of the moment. The tournament is not easy. So the referees are good. That's the last worry we have. And we're playing home. And okay, pushing and shoving will happen. That's a given. You know, wasting of time, it's a given. You know, I don't know if we want to adopt that. We haven't adopted that yet. We've been playing fair and honest. But I can tell you, when we play in WAC, last time we played in WAC, not this time, they were in the group stages, they were lying on the floor. Last 10 minutes, it's a fact, you know, you saw it. Okay, this one they did not because they needed the third goal. So it's like that. I don't know if we want to do that. But what I know we want is to go to the finals. We'd love to go to the finals. It would be nice. Thapelo is here, please.
We'll finish with the coach first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but here it's a different story. I've seen Esperanza here. I've seen Alapi here. I've seen WAC many times here. It's not the same as an away game. So it's a different game. We play our normal game. Hopefully they play their normal game. We'd like toe-to-toe here. We know what happens when we play toe-to-toe here. So it's a give and take here. Beautiful. It's good for football, remember? Chances should be made that side, chances should be made that side. But I know once the whistle goes, there'll be one team, one half. It's normal.
Coach,
That's the same question that we could ask them when we went there. You can't play because you're worried about them scoring. Then it means you want to attack. And if you attack like nothing, also you are vulnerable. So it's a short winter blanket. You know the story. So you play your normal game, you try and do as much as you can to defend. You try and match. You need to do more attack because we need a goal. You know? Maybe after a goal it can be a different story. But I believe there's always more than one goal. I mean, look at the whole program we had here. From the qualifiers, there'll be a lot of goals here. So we should believe in the goals. The goals have helped us. What has changed? Okay, I'll tell you what has not changed. What has not changed is when at that time we were playing Zesco. And we came from Zesco with 2-1. So the score is the same, eh? So that has nothing has changed, and was in the semi-final. And what also has not changed is when we played Zesco on the weekend, on a Saturday, they were sitting here watching us play Chiba in the semi-finals. So that hasn't changed. It's been a hectic program all the time. The mentality should be the same. We managed to beat Zesco again. So pressure is the same. I think we're more wiser than before. We understand how to play this game. But Zesco plays, when we play Zesco, it's a SADC team. There's no pushing and shoving, no intimidations, and the game can flow easier. So that is the difference. But above all, I mean, everybody wants to go to the final, and no one is relaxed. He says, no, we are okay, we don't feel the pressure, we don't feel the stress. That person doesn't exist at this point in time. And you should be having a Barcelona, where I saw Messi celebrating like it's his first goal to put the team ahead. So So I don't know if there's anybody who's calm, peace, sleeping well at this point in time. And remember, we have not only as a double-edged sword, we are in the same process in the local league. So the pressure is there. So just enjoy the pressure. Just go with it. There's nothing else. Nobody's going to help you, remember? You must go through it.
Final question, please.
Coach, against Leopards, you lost a few players. Are you coming into the game with a clean bill of health?
Yeah, we took a risk. Sometimes it backfires. When we played Supersport United, we were forced to rest. We were forced because of injuries that came from match of Al-Ahly. When we come from the match of WAC, again we came back with casualties. Ricardo Nascimento was out. Lebo Maboya was not injured, just too many games. You know, Lebo played 30 games in Marisburg and the season is finished. And here, with double numbers, welcome to Mamelodi Sundowns. And he can tell you also, he used to play 30 games and maybe 3 odd cups. And that's it. And no flights up. So now he's got 1.5 days every day before he plays the next match. And the demands are getting higher. The more you do well, the demands are getting higher and higher. And they came up, you know, they are strong. So we got Ricardo back, he trained today. We got Lebo back, he looks a bit fresh. Who else was out? That one was out. Mabunda. Mabunda had a knee that gives him problem. And he still has some issues also. His daughter is in the hospital. So he came to greet us and we said, go home. Go home. Look after the daughter. If you feel good, if she's okay, welcome. If not, football is not important, more important than our lives. It's a game, it's work, our lives are there. So I sent him home. I said, go look after the daughter. And Sugar, you know, he's another boy. We don't have problems. I said to him, you can come to camp if you want. If you don't want, I'm not going to ask why you're not there. And when you come, if you come tomorrow, I'll still give you a hug. You've done so well for us until where we are, than to be worried about one match, which we might even succeed when you're not around. But your contribution is unique. Sugar's contribution is totally different. So you can take it like somebody's injured. You can take it like somebody's suspended. They've got 2 players suspended. So that's the way it is. So we move on.
I think for me, first thing it's very important for a soccer player. And for me, the most important thing that I do when I'm not on the field, I stay with my family because I know all days are there to travel and do what they do. But in the schedule that we in, you need to rest and eat well. Resting is something, it's like training for us because we've been having a lot of games. Then, you know, when you rest and watch your games, it's something different. You take your mind off a lot of things, then put it on your focus on what you want to do.
And we don't train. Yes, ever since the Black Leopards, we don't train. We just met today.
For us, it's very important because there's in the game there's different situations that the coaches might see that if we use Thapelo, let me make an example. Today we're gonna use Thapelo as a fullback. We know why he's gonna give us 1 2. Let's use him as a right winger. We know why. Let's use him as a number 9. So for that, it gives the coaches the great view, and it doesn't give them that stress that, you know what, in this position I know there's someone, but I'm not sure about this one.
You want to add, Coach?
Yeah, you have to play where the chance is. We can't sign a player who plays one position. Very difficult. We've been traveling in South Africa, in Mamelodi Sundowns. There's too many games.
It's very strong because the most important thing for us, we know we have our goals. We have our own direction that where we want to go. Like our goals is to reclaim our title. Then we have to do our level best to get there. Even though we won't get, but we gave our level best, we're gonna be happy that we done what we done, but we couldn't do anything without them.
Do you enjoy playing up front?
I enjoy playing either way.
Thank you, guys. We're finished. Now we go to
I wonder where he's playing.